Better late than never from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. This is Silver Eagle Baseball. I'm Steve Martinelli, and we're in the lower half of the first inning. I'll recap what our today's opponents, the Oregon Panthers, did in just a minute. Right now, the Silver Eagles, with Graham Arndt, the shortstop, leading off for the Silver Eagles. He fouled the first pitch off. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, but Arndt, Killerlane, and Handel for the Silver Eagles as they take on the Oregon Panthers. First game of the season we're doing any video on, so forgive us any transgressions we may make or technical issues we may have to resolve along the way. Buskager, the pitcher for Oregon, and this is a nice line drive into left field, a base hit for Graham. Nice sharply hit ball. The second baseman coming up now, Brady Killerlane. Killerlane has just been on fire since he got on the team this year. Wasn't with him the beginning part of the season, but he's batting .414 since then. Now with a man on first and nobody out, we'll see what he can do. Lets the first run go, but it's a strike. 0-1 the count on Killerlane. Killerlane also an all-star football player, as you might recall. We'll talk about a couple of those guys as the game goes on. This one outside, a ball, 1-1 to Killerlane. Nothing. We're just underway. I'll sum up the first inning, the top half of the first inning, pretty quickly after the Silver Eagles are out. Low, ball 2. 2-1 on Killerlane. He's got a good eye. I've noticed that just in the little bit he's played so far. That one's in there for a strike. 2-2. It's the Silver Eagle shortstop, or second baseman. Swing and a strike 3 call. That'll bring up the Silver Eagle catcher, Connor Handel. Handel, one of the offensive stars on the team. Tied for second on the team with 9 RBIs. He's also scored 16 runs, most of anybody on the Silver Eagles. And he's been a pretty solid catcher. His defense has been very strong. First pitch, a ball. A ball. He lets this one go for ball 2. One advantage of being a catcher, you know what the good ones look like, especially after having caught this umpire for the first inning. He's got some idea what that strike zone is shaped like. Fouls one off, 2-2. Nope, 2-1, excuse me. 2-1, one away, man on first. That's Arndt. Silver Eagles run very well. Ball 3, low, 3-1. So hitters count. We'll see if Arndt is going on this one. Silver Eagles have been very successful stealing bases so far in this season. That one's hit sharply. Line drive right at the center fielder. So Arndt will have to go back. Handel hit the ball hard, but we'll call that a line drive to the center fielder because it didn't get all that far off the ground and it was coming pretty hard. This brings up the first baseman, big number 5, Trenton Herber. Brady Gerathanos, the pitcher, on deck. This one popped foul to the right side. Strike 1 on Herber. First inning moving right along here. Neither pitcher getting too deep in the count. Multiple times. That really slows the game down. Line drive hit right up the middle for Herber. DeWitt will go into second base, and Herber gets his first hit of the day. Brady Gerathanos, the pitcher. Gerathanos batting .516, leads the team in RBIs with 13. He's also struck out 17 as a pitcher, so a lot of good players. This one stands head and shoulders above the rest. So one away, men on first and second. Fouls it off. Strike one. PJ Spaulding, the left fielder, on deck. Buskager on the mound, looking at the two runners back. And called for a balk. So runners on second and third for Gerathanos. Reaches for one there, can't get it, 2 strikes. 0-2 now. With 2 away, men on second and third, a golden opportunity for the Silver Eagles and the Silver Eagle RBI leader. Low ball, good eye. 1-2. DeWitt on third, Trent Herbert on second base with 2 away. Fouled it off. Gerathanos battling in this at-bat. He gets 2 strikes early, and he's not giving in. Not with those easy ones sitting there in second and third base. He wants those RBIs. The pitch. Fouled it off. Fresh ball out to the pitcher Buskager. He's ready to go. Dwight in the pitch. And he punches him out. A called strike 3. So, a couple hits, a couple men left on. We go to the top of the second inning. Still tied 0-0. All right, let me tell you what happened in that first inning as we got started a little bit late here. Eddie Salcedo, the shortstop, led things off for the Panthers. On a 1-2 count, he hit a sharp ground ball to the second baseman, Killer Lane, who handled it easily for the putout at first. Then Gerathanos, our pitcher, struck out Cam Carpenter, the left fielder, on 3 pitches. Matt Rush, the designated hitter, came up with 2 outs, hit a ground ball, a slow grounder to DeWitt, the shortstop, who threw him out in the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Very good inning for Gerathanos. Now, this will be the first baseman, Brindley. Brindley? No, that's not it, is it? Yeah, Brindley. Noah Brindley. A good inning for both pitchers as Buskager gets credited for 2 strikeouts. Matt Rush, the designated hitter, up now. Rush has been one of their better batters this year. Better batter. There's got to be a joke there, right? Let's see what I can tell you about Rush. Hitting .435 for the team. Leads them with 3 home runs and 4 doubles. First pitch, a ball for Gerathanos. Ball 2, 2-0. Gerathanos. This one hit high right field. And a nice catch made by the Silver Eagle right fielder, Ethan Dion. Noah Brindley, the first baseman, up now. Brindley hitting .350. They got a lot of guys who hit the ball very well. This one hit sharply. Easily handled by Killer Lane. First 1 pitch out. Killer Lane the throw. Herbert gets credit for the put out at first. So 2 down. 4 pitches. And we've got 2 outs here. This brings up number 34, the catcher, Jack Hoffley. Hoffley, an all-conference defensive end for the Panthers. I exaggerate. He was an honorable mention. 1-1 on the big guy. That ball low, 2-1. So Brady, our pitcher, falling a little bit behind Hoffley. Hoffley, a 208 hitter. 208. Fouled that one off, boy. 2-2 count. Full count. The payoff pitch. And Hoffley was walked. First base runner of the game for the Panthers. Kelvin Elvert, third baseman, coming up, number 21, hitting .333. Like I mentioned, they got a lot of decent hitters. Strike one. First pitch in there for Elvert. Fly ball, right field, right fielder back. Or left fielder back. Oh, and it's just barely over the fence. P.J. Spalding ran out of room back there, and it's a home run. Excuse me, when the Silver Eagles were getting out of their cars and off the bus at the park, they commented on how the wind was blowing out to left. Be a good day to get one up in that jet stream. And P.J. Spalding can attest to the fact that that ball does carry out there. And normal day, I think he's got a shot to catch that one. He'd be deep in the park, but Alvord got a hold of that one and just had enough of it to get over the fence. So 2-0. The Panthers lead it. Zach Tower up. And a 1-1 count on him. Second pitch in there for a strike. Tower, the right fielder. The pitch. Pop up. And Connor Handel getting over there to catch the pop up behind the plate. So the Panthers take the 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. The Silver Eagles will start off with P.J. Spalding, Ethan Dion, and Wyatt Gaber. So 2-0. One hit, no errors, nobody left. That was just the first base hit of the game for the Panthers. And unfortunately, their only other base runner in the game had walked previous to that home run. Too bad. The defense has been pretty solid so far. It's just 2 innings, but infield has been good. Ethan Dion made a nice catch down the right field line. All right, so as I said, Spalding, Dion, and Gaber leading things off for the Silver Eagles as they trail the Panthers here in the bottom of the second inning, 2-0. A lot of game. P.J. Spalding up against Buskager. P.J. batted leadoff earlier in the season. Had some trouble batting up there since moving down in the order. He's actually been much more productive. He gets on base well, he walks well, but wasn't making great contact. He swung and fouled that one off. 0-1. Nope. That one's high, 1-1 for the Silver Eagle left fielder. Mentioned Killerlane being a star on the football team, as was Peyton Spalding. Peyton showing good hands at wide receiver. That one's high, 2-1. Three and one. Spalding's second year as a starter on the Silver Eagle varsity. Batted leadoff and was DHing a lot last year. That one's a strike. Full count now. Leadoff batter of the second inning for MG. Fouled that one off. The full count pitch from Buskager. Popped up behind third base. The shortstop coming over. Left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. That's number 7. Excuse me, Cam Carpenter making the play there. Now the shortstop had the angle on that one, but carried a little in that wind and was just enough for the right or the left fielder to come up and make the catch. Strike called on Ethan Dion on the first pitch. Yeah, they got Spalding out, but it took them 6-7 pitches to do so. Something the pitchers and managers have to be very aware of is how many pitches deep into a batter they're getting. Get some pretty strict limits on how much they can pitch. That one low, it's a 2-1 count to Ethan Dion. There's a strike. 2-2. Inside, nope. He's going to call that a strike. So Dion caught looking. Wyatt Gaber, the third baseman, up now. Gaber's having a pretty decent year too. I like the way this guy hits. He's a good fielder. Third base is a tough position, especially in Wisconsin with the unpredictable spring. The ball can take some unusual hops. 1-1 count on the third baseman. Two-way, the Silver Eagles looking for their first runs. They had an opportunity in the first inning with men on second and third with 2 outs and couldn't drive them in. Ball 2. 2-1. The center fielder, Graham DeWitt, on deck. Then the top of the order for the Silver Eagles. Ground ball to the shortstop, who picks him up and throws him out. So the Silver Eagles go 1-2-3 in the second inning. Nobody left on, no errors. 2-0 as we go to the top of the third inning. Oregon Panthers lead. They will lead off with Patrick McCormick and then number 9, Manny Moda. No, number 9 is Morgan, their center fielder. What's his first name? Duncan Morgan. Guten Morgan is his brother. Thursday night, we'll bring you Silver Eagle girls softball from Taylor Prairie High School here in Cottage Grove against the Stoughton Vikings. The game's got a 5 p.m. start. Pat McCormick, the second baseman, coming up. First pitch a ball, second one coming up. That's a strike, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Gerardo's not wasting any time out there on the mound. He's pitching well, and this one hit down the line in right field. Dion making the catch, 1 away. Eddie Sedato, the shortstop, coming up. Morgan hit 4 by the second, or by the DH, and Sedato hits one straight up the middle, kind of a seeing eye signal that bounces over the bag, and they got a base runner here in the 3rd inning. First pitch hitting Sedato. Cam Carpenter up now. He struck out in the 1st inning on 3 straight pitches. Carpenter, the left fielder. 1 away, man on first, and a 2-0 game. Strike 1. Throw over to first, not in time as Sedato dives back into the bag. Gerardo's was a high pitch, I thought, but the batter swung. 1-2. They got 0-2 on the board. How did I miss that? No, that is right. That's what I've got here. Remembering phantom balls. This one's low. Connor Handel doing a good job keeping the batter from advancing. 1-2 now. The count on Carpenter. Low. 2-2. Buskager, the pitcher, on deck. Another throw over to first, not in time. Gerardo's pitch. Ground ball picked up by the second baseman. Second baseman, that was number 3 who threw that out. Yeah, the shortstop. Graham Arndt throwing him out. Runner does advance to second, though. He grounded out to short his first time up. Now with a man on second and 2 out, he hits a ground ball. Back to the pitcher, and Gerardo's easily throws him out at first base to end the threat. Nobody scored. 1 man left on in the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still a 2-0 lead. Gerardo's pitching well, really well. All right. Graham DeWitt, the center fielder, leading things off for the Silver Eagles in the 2nd inning. He'll be followed by Graham Arndt, the shortstop, and Brady Killerlane, second baseman. 3 up the middle, and then 4 up the middle, counting Handel. He's the 4th batter should the others get on base. 2-0 though on Kevin, what was that, Arvold? Yeah, Kevin Alvord. He's one of the wildlings in Game of Thrones, I think. And Buskager on the mound. Buskager number 12, Spencer Buskager. He's pitched pretty well too. Giving up just a couple of hits to the Silver Eagles. No runs though. The difference right now, Alvord's 2-run homer to left field. All right. DeWitt, healthy cut, strike 1. Strike 2 on the fastball. He can't catch up with that one. 0-2 for the Silver Eagles center fielder. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and he sits down. Graham Arndt up. Arndt, a base hit to left center field, his first time up. Takes a strike on that first pitch. High and outside on the second one, corralled by Connor Handel, but it's a 1-1 count. Got a chance to watch Handel catch several games this spring, and he's a very good catcher. There's a ball hit short center field, a little trouble coming in, but the center fielder, that is Morgan, getting in there and making the catch. Brady Killerlane on up now. 2 outs, nobody on. Down by 2. Killerlane struck out his first time up. Watches a strike on that one. A little blooper into right field. This is going to be good for a hit. Second baseman couldn't quite get over there. Not the best swing in the world, but it did the job. It got the man on base, and that brings up Connor Handel, the leading RBI man or one of the leading RBI men for the Silver Eagles. See if I was right that he is the. Yeah, he's tied for second with RBIs with Herber and Dion. Gerathanos leads the team with 13 RBIs. Handel up to bat now. Hits it. It's going to drop in left field. The base hit. They're going to stop Killerlane at second base. Nice hit by Connor Handel. So with 2 outs, men on first and second again. Trenton Herber had a single his first time up. Winds died down a little bit. It was really helping Alvord on that home run. Herber would like to have the same benefit. Ball gets away from the catcher. Couldn't tell if that was a wild pitch or pass ball, so we will call it a wild pitch. Men on second and third. This is the same situation they had in the first inning. Second and third with 2 outs. That time, though, we didn't have Trent Herber at bat. 2 strikes on the big guy. Fouls it off. Herber put together back-to-back outstanding football seasons. He was a linebacker, one of the best players in the conference. Just some monster numbers when it came to tackles. They played Oregon in football. He had 15 tackles in the game. Another foul ball for the first baseman. Killerlane and Handel on the base paths. Herber batting .419. Leads the team in extra base hits. Oh, they punch him out. A called strike 3. So, 2 base runners left on base yet again for the Silver Eagles. The wild pitch makes no difference. Then we go to the top of the 4th inning. The Panthers still leading the Silver Eagles 2-0. Oregon comes into the game with a 2-3 conference record. The Silver Eagles 3-2. They all trail Milton, who's 5-1. Madison Edgewood is 4-1. Edgewood showed up in the rankings. I saw. I was surprised. I guess I have to admit I'm kind of pulling for Edgewood baseball. My dad played for Edgewood. He was a pitcher. Let's just leave his career at that. Silver Eagles overall. Nope, this is the girls' team I'm looking at. Let me look at the boys' record. There we go. Boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Overall, not that bad. All right, for the Panthers, we've got Roosh, Brindley, and Hoffley. The 4, 5, and 6 batters. Matt Roosh, the designated hitter, will start off. He hit a 2-0 count ball his first time up. Caught by Ethan Dion in right field. Silver Eagle infield gathers around the pitcher, Gerathanos, giving him some words of encouragement and strategy, and let's get this guy. Popped up and out of play. That one's going to be flat on one side when it comes down. Bounced off the pavement pretty hard. 0-1 to Matt Roosh. 0-2 to Roosh. So he watches the second strike from Gerathanos. And struck out watching. Noah Brindley, the first baseman, coming up. First time up, hit the very first pitch, the killer lane at second base, and thrown out easily at first to end the inning. No, it wasn't either. It was just the second out of the inning. Another ground ball, this time to killer lane again, and he makes the play to end the inning. Darn it, that's 2 outs. I get so excited. That's why I write the little 1, 2, and 3 in the balloons here, right? Any of you who keep score when you go to a ball game know what I'm talking about. What a dope. All right, that brings up Jack Hoffley, number 34, the catcher. Hoffley walked his first time up and then scored on Alvard's home run. Fourth inning, this game's moving right along. First pitch in there for a ball. That'd be nice to get this guy named Alvord lead off the next inning. There, we get a strike. Actually, we've got 2 of them. Snuck one in there on me. 1 and 2 count on the Panther catcher. Ball, 2 and 2. 2 outs. Nobody on. Haven't had a lot of base runners yet, but that home run coupled with that walk counts for 2 runs. Gerathanos wind up and pitch. Outside, a ball, full count. Don't lose this guy. He walked on a full count once before, and we didn't like the result. Got him. Punched him out with a called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Gerathanos. Gerathanos, excuse me. He's sat down 5 guys in a row. So, goose eggs across the board once again for the Panthers. Silver Eagles coming to bat, bottom of the 4th. We're halfway through this game already. We are really just percolating along here. For the Panthers, it's Alvard. Oh, no, Silver Eagles are batting. It's Gerathanos, Spalding, and Dion. Now we had kind of a shaky start technically here, but we're just cruising along right now. 5:40, 40 minutes to get halfway through this game. That's pretty cool. Buskager's still on the mound. Both pitchers have done exceptionally well. Buskager's given up only, 4 hits? Gerathanos has given up 2. He's been particularly sharp, I think. He's got a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Buskager's got 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. Not seeing walks yet, though. Better do something about that. All right, for the Silver Eagles. The pitcher, Brady. Gerathanos, Spalding, and Dion for the Silver Eagles. Gerathanos steps in. Trailing 2-0. Although he's pitched exceptionally well, just that one mistake to Alvord. Hits a slow roller to the third baseman. Can't quite pick it up. Gets him eventually, though. Good play by the third baseman to stick with that one. He knocked it down and didn't look like he was going to get there in time, but picked it up, made the play. B.J. Spalding up. Spalding with full count. Fouled off a couple pitches last time before hitting a fly ball to left field. Watches this one go by for a ball. Fouls it off, 1-1. He steps in. 1-1 count on the Silver Eagle left fielder. Strike 2 called. 1-2. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. This could go for 2. He's digging hard. No, he hesitated. No throw coming, so he's in safely with a stand-up double. Put that ball right inside third base and fell back into the corner. And the left fielder hesitated for a second when he picked it up. And Spalding had paused between first and second. Looked like he was going to go back, but when he saw that hesitation, continued motoring on into third base. A stand-up double with 1 out. That brings up Ethan Dion. Dion, the right fielder, struck out looking his first time. Tied for the team lead on RBIs with 9. Or second team. Foul ball right over near us here. Look out. One and one on Dion. Watches ball 2, 2-1. Spalding at second on a 2-0 game. Panthers leading. Spalding a little bit more of a lead than the catcher wanted. Huffley looked like he wanted to throw down there, but Spalding gets back. And it's 3-1 to Ethan Dion. Ground ball, right side, right at the bag. 1, double play. No, it wasn't. Spalding went to third. He was the only base runner. Wyatt Gaber, the third baseman, grounded out to short his first time up. First pitch of ball to Wyatt. Strike called on that one, 1-1. Well, they got 2 strikes on him. 0-2. First one, obviously a ball. I don't have the greatest view of strikes and balls and strikes from here, but should have seen the umpire waving his arm. Anyways, it's an 0-2 count to Wyatt Gaber, the third baseman. He represents the tying run. Spalding gets him on the scoreboard. He's on third, taking a nice lead off. Ball 1. Foul ball. Dion's fighting him. All right. Buskager looking in. Now he's ready to go. Ooh. I think Gaber was worried that was going to be a strike. It is in fact ball 2. A 2-2 count to the third baseman. I think more than a couple players were ready to head to the dugout after that pitch. That one's inside, a full count. All right, with 2 away, Spalding will be going on the full count. Strike 3. Gaber made a good cut at it. So they strand the runner at third. They've left 5 base runners on now. And they trail the Oregon Panthers 2-0. Don't like that at all. All right, the MG boys, after today's game, they will travel down to Oregon on Thursday the 25th to take on these Panthers, and then it's off to Oconomowoc on the 27th to take on the Coons. Oh, no. Coons are coming here on Saturday the 27th. We're not doing that game. No, don't get your hopes up. All right. 4 innings in the book, 3 innings to go. Silver Eagles have 12 outs in which to make up these 2 runs. Leading off the 5th inning, Kevin Alvard. He of the home run Alvards. Alvard with the only RBIs in the game. Alvard, Tower, the right fielder, and then McCormick, the second baseman. Both teams' defense has been pretty sound, except for that pass ball / wild pitch they got away from Hoffley. It's been pretty cleanly played. First pitch, what is it? They don't have it up on the scoreboard yet. So that one was a strike. Alvard stepping in. Swing, miss, dropped third strike, and they throw him out at first. Yeah. Zach Tower, the right fielder, up to bed. Popped up to the catcher his first time up to end the inning. This is when he hits to the third baseman. Gaber makes the easy play to throw him out at first. Like I said, the Silver Eagle defense is solid. They're consistent and consistently better than their opponents. I've seen some games, well, Oregon's had a couple of them where they've had almost an error an inning. They had a game against Edgewood, I believe, where they had 6 errors, another one in the season 4 errors. I mean, that's going to cost you a lot of runs. And this one's fouled off by McCormick, the second baseman. One pitch coming in. Fouled off, 1-2. Nobody on, 2 out. Top of the 5th inning, and Oregon leading 2-0. Fouls off another one. Shirathanas, ground ball. Arndt, and he can't make the play. Slow roller just got by the pitcher, and Arndt really didn't have much of a chance to pick that up and throw him. Trying to plant his foot on that one would have been a challenge. You got to score that a base hit, even though it barely made the dirt in the infield. Throw over to first, and the runner gets back in time. That's McCormick. We're back at the top of the order. Salcido, Eddie, their shortstop. Left-hander Lets that one go for a ball, 1-0. High one, ball 2. He grounded out to second his first time up and then hit a single up the middle in the third inning. And he's 2-0, 3-0 against Gerathanis this time up. 1 for 2 so far. Let's make it a 1 for 3 and get out of this inning. Base runner at first, 2-0 Oregon leading the Silver Eagles. High fly ball. Short left field, Spalding in, makes the catch to end the inning. So, another base runner left on, 1 hit, no errors. Oregon has been fairly efficient. They've only left 2 guys on base so far. Or maybe it's just Gerathanis has been that good. All right, Silver Eagle half of the 5th inning. The top of the order. Graham Arndt, the shortstop. Brady Killerlane, the second baseman, and Connor Handel, the catcher. Arndt, remember, led off the game for the Silver Eagles with a base hit to left field. The second time up in the 3rd inning, he hit a fly ball to center field for the second out of the inning. Killerlane has a single and a strikeout. Handel's got a line drive to the center fielder and a single to left. So all 3 of these guys have hits now. Let's see if somebody can double up and set the table here and let the big boys drive him in. Bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-0 Oregon Panther lead here at Fireman's Park in beautiful Cottage Grove, the vacation center of the world. Packed crowd here, what, 47,000 people, would you say, Bob? Well, Bob's not here. All right. Graham Arndt, the shortstop. Zandy batting. Oh, batting for Graham DeWitt. Zandy, one of the better players on the team, whether it's pitching or hitting, hits one to shortstop. The throw pulls the runner, and Zandy gets on with a hit. Or should we call that an error? I'm going to call that an error. E6. I'd like to give Zandy the hit because I like the kid, but now we've got Arndt up. I missed that guy at the bottom of the order. High fly ball. Shortstop handling this one, calling for it. Just off the dirt onto the grass, and he catches the pop-up. Killerlane, the second baseman, up now. Like I mentioned, he's 1 out of 2, a single and a strikeout. He had a little bloop single down behind the first baseman. Nobody could get to it. Of course, it didn't matter. The Silver Eagles couldn't score. So, with Zandy on first, and Zandy's a fast one, they got to keep an eye on him. Let's see if Killerlane can bring him around. He has been just on a tear, batting over 400. Bottom of the 5th inning. This game is moving. Slow roller back to the pitcher, and he throws it away off the fence. This is going to send Zandy into third, and call that an E1. Yeah, Zandy pretty quick, went all the way around and made it to third base on that play. So now with first and third, this brings up Connor Handel, possibly the best hitter on the team. Certainly in terms of RBIs, it's a golden opportunity for the Silver Eagles to gain some ground on the Panthers. Buskager a little shook after that one, I imagine. He could have gotten out of this with a good throw. Well, no, there's only one out. They weren't going to double him up. I retract the statement, Your Honor. Connor Handel, the catcher. Men on first and third. Both fast guys, too. A fly ball scores Andy. This is a grounder down to third baseman, and he can't get his hand on it. It rolls into the corner right in front of me, in fact. This is going to send Killerlane to second. The throw to third. He is safe. Silver Eagles are on the board. Connor Handel with an RBI. Ends up on second base. We're going to score that a double. Trenton Herber with men on second and third. Conference out at the mound. They've only got one out. Runners on second and third. Herber and then Cherethanos up. Hey, Corey Hall, one of our Monona Community Media kids, out there to pinch run. Corey will run for Handel. All right. Herber up. Corey Hall on second. And that's Killerlane at third. Herber hits this one hard. It is into the left field corner. The fielder falls down, slips and falls down. Herber in for an easy 2-run double. The Silver Eagles take a 3-2 lead. Herber hit that one hard. Herber comes through big time. After Handel drives in a run, both Killerlane and Corey Hall come in to score. So, still only one out, and Herber on second base. Ground ball, shortstop, the pick, the throw. Two outs. Herber gets the third, goes no further. PJ Spalding. See if he can add to this big inning of the Silver Eagles as they score 3 to take the lead. Helped by 2 errors, a throwing error by the shortstop, and then the pitcher couldn't help himself, threw it away. That ball gets away. Herber, Hoffley jumped on that immediately. Herber took a couple steps towards the plate and then backed up. Herber's got decent speed. A little surprised he didn't go, but the pitcher got in there right away, so it might have been an iffy call to make. They learned something about how quick the catcher is, though, and they can use that should another pitch get away from him. Ball. 2-2 now. Oh, no, wait. Walked him. I missed a couple pitches in there. Ethan Dion. Ethan 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground ball to the second baseman. Still, men on first and third. Bigger inning pending for the Silver Eagles. Let's get a hit here, Ethan. Low ball. Herber taking a nice lead off first. They're not holding him at all. Another low one. 2-0. The dangerous Wyatt Gaber on deck. Ball 3. You don't want to load him up for Gaber. I call him Wild because he's a third baseman and his name is Wyatt. Wyatt not. All right. 3-0 count. Taken all the way. Walks him on 4 pitches. So the base is loaded So, back-to-back walks by Buskager. He's got himself into a little bit of a pickle here with Gaber. Strike on Gaber. Gaber, the 9th batter in the inning for the Silver Eagles. This one fouled off. Bing! Hit a building. 0-2 count on the third baseman. Bases loaded. We've got Herber on third, Spalding at second, Dion at third or at first. Nowhere to put Gaber. Ground ball. Shortstop. Or pitcher took it and threw it out. That ends the inning. So they get out of it without further damage. Silver Eagles scoring 3 runs to take the lead, though. They leave 3 in the inning. 2 errors. How many hits did we get here? 1, 2, 3 hits in the inning. 3 hits, a couple of walks, a couple of errors. They're lucky we only scored 3 runs, I mean. So 3-2 as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and for the Panthers, it's Carpenter, Buskager, and Roosh. I don't see anybody warming up for Oregon, and honestly, neither pitcher has thrown a ton of pitches. You get a nice day like this, guys want to take their swings. All right, like I said, Cam Carpenter leading off the inning for the Panthers. Carpenter, a strikeout his first time up. Ground ball to the shortstop his second time. Fouls over, whoa, foul ball right over by our table. Jumped when that came down. I couldn't see it because it got up above the roof that I'm under here, which I wasn't going to get hit, but still surprising when that thing bounces nearby. All right, next pitch, a strike. Ball on that one, 1-2 count on Cam Carpenter. Ground ball, Gaber picks it up, plenty of time, makes the throw, got him, 5-3. Nice play by Wyatt Gaber. Bobbled that one a little bit, but stuck with it, made the nice throw. Busiger up, the pitcher. He's hit a couple of ground balls to end the first and third innings. Only 1 out this inning, so no chance of that unless he gets on base and then runs into the third out. He's got to help himself here, though. Low, strike, 2. 0-2 against the pitcher. Jerathanis looking pretty good. Strike 3, swinging. 2 down for the Panthers. Matt Roosh, the DH. Roosh in the second inning led things off with a fly ball to right field. And then in the fourth, he led things off with a called strike 3. So 0-2 so far. 1, 2, only 3 hits for the Panthers so far. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Silver Eagles as they lead at 3-2. Oh, 2 to Roosh. High, ball 1. 1-2 count to Roosh. 2 away, man on first. No, they don't have anybody on base. What am I saying? Fouls it off. Just barely got a piece of that one. All right. 1-2 count to Roosh, the designated hitter. Low, ball 2. 2-2. Roosh, remember, was called out. Well, the called third strike his second time up in the 4th inning. Let's see if Brady can get him on this one. Nope, full count there. Got a piece of that one. Fouled it off. Noah Brindley on deck. Brindley a couple of ground balls to the second baseman, so he hasn't hit the ball out of the infield yet. Maybe just Killer Lane is that good. Full count, pitch, fly ball, deep right center. He can't get it. He goes in for a double. Good effort there by Michael Zandy, but he couldn't quite get his glove on it. The ball went to the fence, and Roosh gets himself a double. That was a well-hit ball, no doubt. That wasn't wind helped at all. He got a good piece of that, a good 350, 375 feet. And Zandy just couldn't get there in time, and now the tying run on second base. Brutify. You gonna pinch hit for him or what? Now they got a pinch runner coming in. A courtesy runner, because we are courteous folk. All right, courtesy runner in there for Roosh. So with 2 outs, Noah Brindley will step up there. Like I said, he's hit the ball twice to the second baseman for easy ground outs. There's a strike. 0-1. Fly ball to center field. Zandy comes up in it. Left fielder Spalding calls him off and makes the catch. So, going to the top half of the 6th inning, Silver Eagles still lead it 3-2. A little bit of a threat there after Roosh's double, but PJ ended that quickly. All right. Well, the Silver Eagles looking to pad things a little bit. They've got Michael Zandy leading things off, center fielder. I did the top of the order. When we come around to the Oregon turn to bat again, they're down to their last 3 outs, and they've got their 5, 6, 7 batters coming up. So, Zandy, Arndt, and Killer Lane. Boy, I like that order. That makes me feel pretty confident about this one. Zandy batting .478 coming into this game. Got on a shortstop's throwing error. And then ultimately scored on Connor Handel's base hit. Zandy with an ERA of 0. He's been lights out pitching. Good man off the bench. Great outfielder. We've seen him make a couple of nice catches this year. So I wonder who's playing left. That's number 9, Morgan. Okay, we got to figure out who's playing center field then for them. .34. Hoffley's moving to center field, so they got a new catcher. Jeez. Okay, Zandy. Let's get things going here. Let's put up a crooked number. Ooh, low pitch. Wanted to take a swing. Called for a strike. Zandy hits one hard, fouls it off onto the shelter roof. Strike 2. 0-2 on Zandy. Little blooper, going to drop behind third base. Base hit for Zandy. One of those that wasn't pretty, but it did the job. Graham Arndt, the shortstop, coming up. One on, nobody out. I gotta figure out who's catching for the Panthers. This is going to bug me. He'll maybe come up to bat in this 7th inning. Arndt squared to bunt. Bunted it foul. So trying to squeeze another run out of him. Put the speedy Zandy down to second base with Killer Lane, Handel, and Herbert coming up. How did we get an out there? I'm confused. Strike called on Killer Lane. The 0-2 pitch to Killer Lane. Fouled it off. So the Silver Eagles haven't attempted a stolen base yet today. Wonder if that's something we'll see yet. They've been very successful stealing bases, and they got Zandy on. Ball 1-2 to Killer Lane. Silver Eagles second baseman. Carpenter's pitch. Carpenter on in relief of Buskager, pitching this 6th inning. Buskager didn't pitch bad in that 5th inning. He was hurt by a couple errors, but by and large, I thought he pitched very well. 1-2 to Brady Killer Lane. 1 out. Strike 3. Connor Handel up now with 2 outs. Zandy on first. Handel with 2 hits, a single and a double to go along with line drive to the center fielder. He's tagged the ball hard 3 times today. Watches that one come in for ball 1. Here's Carpenter's pitch. Pop up. This will be caught by the center fielder and for the 3rd out. And the Silver Eagles will sit down with no more scoring to be done in this inning. They leave 1 on 1 hit and still lead it 3-2 on that 3-run 5th inning. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 9 hits for the Silver Eagles. All right. For the Panthers, we've got Hoffley, the new center fielder, coming up. Alvard, the 3rd baseman who hit the home run, accounted for their only 2 runs. And then Zach Tower, the right fielder. He's 6, 7, 8 spots in the order. Although that doesn't really mean anything. These are some pretty decent hitters. Hoffley isn't hitting that great, but Alvard is. He's a good hitter, good power hitter. And Zach Tower, let's see where he is. Yeah, 368, I'd say. Who's pitching for us? That looks like number 8. Good old number 8. Drothano's still in there. I don't think the Brewers or the Silver Eagles have had a complete game yet this year. So this would be quite a coup for the young man. All right, infield gathers around Brady. Let's do this now. Huffley lays down a nice bunt right out in front of the plate. Wyatt Gaber in to handle it. Couldn't get him at first, though. Huffley pretty fast. Kevin Alvord, the third baseman. Alvord with a home run his first time up and then a strikeout to start the 4th inning. Got a base runner at first and nobody out. Low pitch, ball 2. High, but he swung anyways. It's a 2-1 count on Alvord. This is a key batter right here. Strike 2, 2-2. All right, big pitch for Derathanos. Strike 3. 1 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts for Derathanos. Zach Tower, the right fielder, up to bat. He's 0 for 2. Fouled off the first one, 0-1. He popped up to the catcher his first time up, and then in the 4th inning, he was the second out when he hit a ground ball to Wyatt Gaber. Ball, 1-1. That one looked pretty good from here, but I'm down the line a bit. But still, I think Brady wanted that one. The right-hander deals, and it's strike 2 swinging. This is the 7th inning. This is where it gets serious. 1-2. Strike 3. The 7th strikeout of the game for Derathanos. That brings up the second baseman, McCormick, the potential game-ending batter. Connor Hano going out to talk to him. Yeah, 2 outs here in the 7th inning. This will do it. Silver Eagles could win this one 3-2 if we can get past Pat McCormick. Still a runner on first is Hoffley. He bunted to get on to lead off the inning, and now 2 strikeouts. That's 7 and 8 for Derathanos. Strike 1 on McCormick. Feeling pretty confident now. He's rearing back and gunning it. Ball, 1-1. He has pitched a beauty so far. He's got 2 outs in the 7th inning. He can close it out here if he can get McCormick. Popped it up, foul ball, 2 strikes. So 1 pitch away from a complete game. So I don't have the figures, but it might be the Silver Eagles' first complete game of the season. Hits that one foul over the old fire station. 1-2. McCormick doesn't want to end this game. He's the number 9 batter. Goes to the top of the order. Should he get on? Fouls it off again. 3 straight foul balls for McCormick. Hoffley at first. 2 away. Silver Eagles up by 1. 3-2 in the top of the 7th inning. It's do or die right here for the Panthers. Ball. Boy, takes some courage to watch one like that come in when the game's on the line. 2-2 now to McCormick. Another ground ball, this one narrowly missing the third base coach. And rolling to a stop directly in front of me. All right. Strike 3 called to end the game. The 9th strikeout of the game for Gerathanos. The Silver Eagles win it 3-2. Excellent pitching by Brady. Some timely hitting in that big 3-run inning. The Silver Eagles exploding for 3 runs in the 5th inning. A lot of credit to Handel and Herber in that one, both hitting doubles to score runs. And the Silver Eagles improve their record to 8-5 with a victory over the Oregon Panthers. They'll see these Panthers again Thursday down in Oregon. Thank you so much for bearing with us. Shaky start. Hopefully I did okay too. This is Steve Martinelli bringing you Silver Eagle Baseball for Monona Community Media. Thanks to the crew and the fans and, of course, the Silver Eagle Baseball team. 3-2 their win. Brady Gerathanos, the complete game. 8 strikeout, 9 strikeout, Jim. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the Monona Grove strikeouts. Flip the book over, you nitwit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. A bunch of them. Anyways, Silver Eagles win it 3-2. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Silver Eagles sports throughout the course of the school year. Thanks again.